Welcome back to our special People Eaters week. And Jesus, you can't really talk about people eaters without talking about zombies.
I love zombie movies, but we had to pick the right one. So we picked Shaun of the Dead. Stay frosty, because it's about to get real dangerous and real tasty. Shaun of the Dead is an interesting film because yes, while it is a zombie flick, there's a lot more going on. It's got a lot of comedy and some pretty emotional moments, but essentially it's about a young man who's stuck between adolescence and maturity.
Hey, whoa, I'm 29 for Christ's sakes.
He's not sure whether he wants to continue living with his roommate whom he loves, but is kind of a goof, or settle down with his girlfriend. He's stuck in a rut, and she doesn't appreciate this. She's sick of going to the same bar night after night. But that bar may be their only stronghold and safety against the zombie apocalypse, which has just sprung up in London.
Everybody knows this film. I don't know why we just discussed the plot. Everybody already seen it.
If you haven't seen it, stop watching this and go watch it.
Now, I love this film because to me, this is like a sequel to Spaced, the television show that also starred Simon Pegg,
Nick Frost,
and was directed by Edgar Wright. Both are very similar, not only because they're deeply rooted in pop culture, gaming, and comic references, but it has the same idea of being in this kind of limbo between teenager and adulthood with a career and life goals.
Right, do you want to just stay home and party, or do you want to buckle down and actually make something of yourself? And watching this, I was able to put myself in the place of Simon Pegg, his character, because I'm going through a lot of the same type of stuff that he's going through in the film. I'm growing up, it's tough out there, the real world sucks, especially when there's zombies. He's stuck in a routine, and he needs to become an adult. He needs to mature and make some hard life decisions about where he's going in life.
In an interview, Edgar Wright actually said that he was kind of going through the same process. He had to give up gaming for a while to be able to complete the script and finish this film.
I would have never written Shaun of the Dead if I carried on playing the PlayStation. That's a fact.
And I think because he was so close to this time in his life that this worked out so well. Not only were there gaming references, but references to lots of other things that he was into at the time, especially horror film, specifically Romero zombies. As a whole, the storytelling in this is very fluid, and not at one moment does it drop a beat.
Now you have these two goofball characters, and they're placed into this zombie apocalypse situation, and I feel like I would probably handle it in a very similar way.
They don't believe that they're actually zombies. They just assume that these are like drunk people or something.
Oh my God. She's so drunk.
Which is kind of funny because they were blasted the night before.
Which is also interesting because Edgar Wright said that his main influence was American Werewolf in London, which American Werewolf in London takes the idea of what if something supernatural happens, you wouldn't believe it right away. So he kind of uses that element in his movie.
Any zombies out there? Don't say that. What? That. The Z word. Don't say it. Why not? Because it's ridiculous.
It's kind of interesting to me that they don't like to say the word zombie because this is suddenly sprung to life. It's obviously, this can't really be zombies. But they come to the conclusion they are in fact zombies. There's no trace of humanity left. But what's great is you're not really sure yourself whether or not they're completely gone, because some of the zombies show signs of who they used to be.
Even when he shoots his mother, which is a very
distressing moment.
Distressing scene, she doesn't show any rage until the David character speaks up, and as the mother, she's probably pissed off at him anyways, and then she gets shot, so it's like, ooh, she's kind of still there.
Right,
and then
his dad, or his stepdad.
Yeah.
That's not even your husband in there, okay? I know it looks like him, but there is nothing of the man you loved in that car now, nothing!
He turns off the loud music, and then you see the whole introduction of the movie. You see people walking around the street, doing their daily life as they would. And then when the zombie apocalypse hits, they're doing the same thing.
at the very end of the movie, when everything's solved, there's still zombies around and people are still married to the zombies, and he keeps his friend in the shed. So these are still
Spoilers!
people, but he killed his mom. He killed his mom. How does he live with that? They're still cool with the zombies being around, and they still have personalities. And he killed his mom. Why? Why? And it shows him being happy at the end, like isn't he like emotionally crippled?
Well,
shouldn't the movie end where he's just like tears?
No,
on the couch
he
and
made peace with his
life is ruined.
He made
because-
peace with his stepdad right before he died.
And then he shot his mom.
He shot his mom. His best friend since middle school or something, he's dead. But he got the girl, and that's all that matters.
That's all that matters.
That's all that matters.
Perfect.
With a film that makes so many nods to zombie movies, one thing that I feel like they missed is they don't really go after brains. You can destroy a zombie's brain, that'll kill it, but they don't, they're not the brains.
Well, that's because they're mostly based off of Romero zombies. The trope of zombies eating brains is more from Return of the Living Dead. Romero zombies just kind of ate people.
Yeah.
So it doesn't actually say whether these zombies eat the brains or not, but we found a beer
And I don't want to eat brains, I want to drink them.
called Brains. Cheers.
Jaws.
Cheers.
Jaws. Okay, well, it definitely smells a lot like cinnamon.
Why?
I know what you mean. This kind of has the same quality that a lot of pumpkin beers have, where it's more pumpkin spice, light on the pumpkin, a lot of spice. I mean, if you like spice, it's all right. There's a lot of cinnamon in this. But the pumpkin,
I do get a bit of pumpkin flavor at the end, but it's like that artificial pumpkin. It tastes more like sweet potato to me, but really it's just extremely overpowering with the spices.
Yeah.
And I don't like most pumpkin ales to begin with because of that factor.
right. I love the flavor of pumpkin, and I have had a few really good pumpkin beers where it tastes like pumpkin. But this is very, very spiced. And a lot of pumpkin beers that come out during the season, they're going to taste like this. And if you like that flavor, that's fine. I mean, this beer, it does that very well. I just don't care for the spiced flavor.
So thanks for watching Review and Brew, and we'll see you again tomorrow.
Don't scratch it! Wait! That was the second album I ever bought!